Today's video, we wanted to talk about Alliance and our personal experience with Alliance and kind of some thoughts that we had about them and share it with you to help you guys be a little better informed, or maybe if you're on the fence on whether you should choose Alliance or not. Just wanted to share our personal experience and what our thoughts were. Not sure if you guys saw, but we did post a video the other day about Dan needing to go to the hospital and kind of the experience that we had about at the hospital. So this is now our experience kind of on the other side of the story about that. So you want to start?
Yeah. So we were camping at a state park in southern Michigan, and we had a few repairs that needed to be done to our home, to the castle. And Connor at Alliance has been amazing. Connor's like, hey, you gonna be near Elkhart, Indiana? And we're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be like an hour and a half from Elkhart. And he's like, well, why don't you just bring your rig down to the factory, and we'll have our guys that build and work on Alliances all day, every day, fix it right. Oh my gosh, yeah. This is unbelievable. So we pull into Elkhart, Indiana, and our appointment at the factory is the very next morning. We got to be at the factory like 8 a.m.
Yes.
And we're unhooking, and I am getting incredibly dizzy. I'm almost passing out. My vision is going to tunnel vision. It felt like my eyes were pinballs. I knew something was seriously wrong. And again, if you watch our previous video, it goes into detail with all that stuff. So Julie ended up taking me to the ER, and then I was out of the picture.
He was in the hospital bed, being admitted. So when I took Dan to the ER, the first thing after I knew he was safe and the hospital had him under control, I called Connor and I said, hey, Connor, I have a problem. Dan is now in the hospital, and there's no way that I can pull this 41-foot fifth wheel to your guys' factory to get this fixed the next day. And now it is probably 5 o'clock that night that I am calling Connor saying, hey, I can't do this. We need to reschedule our appointment for the next day. I can't drive this fifth wheel. I don't know what I'm going to do. And Connor's like, don't worry about it. We've got it handled. Let me talk with some people here, and then I'll give you a call back. And we hung up, and probably within 45 seconds, he calls me back and says, hey, I'm going to have somebody come out and pick up your fifth wheel tomorrow morning, and we're going to get it figured out. We're going to fix it up. Don't you worry about it. Somebody will come and pick it up for you. We'll fix it, and we'll bring it back for you. And I was floored. I was not expecting that. I wanted to change the appointment so they didn't have to worry about it, but I couldn't believe just the caringness and how amazing Alliance was with trying to get somebody. It seemed like it wasn't a very hard decision for them to find somebody to come and drive to the campground, pick up the fifth wheel, and then drop it off. And I couldn't believe how amazing that was and the offer that they gave me. So the next morning, Connor and Curtis shows up at the campground at 7 a.m. as promised.
Two Alliance rock stars.
I know.
I didn't get to meet because I'm in a freaking hospital.
They were amazing at fixing the things that they needed. It didn't take long, just a couple hours, so that was wonderful. And then they called me and said, hey, it's done, come by and pick it up. And I'm like, all right, or we're going to come and bring it back. So I go back, we hook it back up and drive it back to the campground. This time Steven is in the service area. He's an amazing, funny guy. And so Steven,
Curtis's little brother,
yes,
correct?
Curtis's little brother.
Yes.
And so then Steven drove the rig back with me and helped. Steven and Connor helped me set it back up and had everything good to go. Steven gave me his personal cell phone and said, if there's anything you need, just call me. I will come back. I just live like 15 minutes away, and I'll come out and help you, whatever you need. I'm like, great, that's awesome. Hopefully I won't need anything. So then Connor and Steven leave, and I get the rest of the water and everything hooked up, and I go into the rig, and there is water in the kitchen everywhere, and I am using towels and I'm mopping all of this mess up. and I had no clue what the heck this water was coming from. And the more I mopped up, the more water was coming out. I couldn't like figure it out. And then I stopped and listened, and I heard water squirting out. So I run back out, turn off the water, clean it up, and I call up Steven, and I'm like, Steven, I am so sorry. By now it is Friday night at 6:30. And I'm sure the last thing Steven wants is to get a call from me saying, hey, there's something wrong. I'm like, Steven, there is just water coming out everywhere, and I don't know where it's at. It's from behind the fridge. There's water squirting out everywhere.
Now, keep in mind, we have a residential fridge, but we never hooked up the ice maker. So there is no water at all going to the refrigerator. So there shouldn't be water pouring out from under the refrigerator.
So and just Steven's like, not a big deal. Let me just grab my toolbox or my tool bag, and I will be there in like 15 minutes. I'm like, great. So I'm mopping up all this water. Steven shows up, and thankfully he was there because that fridge is very large, and I don't think I would have been able to pull it out by myself. So Steven helps me pull out the fridge, helps me mop up the water, and we found out that there is a water pipe that comes out the back of the fridge if you wanted to hook up the ice maker, and there's an oval shutoff valve that just so happened as we were going down the road, just the fridge was hitting that oval in the on position as we were driving, and so it just must have nudged it enough that now when I turned on the water, it was squirting. So
this was like a total fluke act of
God just a
accident,
freak accident
that
was going to happen.
No one could ever anticipate.
Yeah, so then Steven's like, okay, here's the problem, and so he adjusted it and fixed it so if the fridge does bang against it or touch it, it's going to nudge it to the off position this time. And then made sure all the water, everything was, any water to that line was turned off, and he was good. He helped me clean up. And then, again, he's like, if you need anything, then just call me. It's okay. And, of course, I'm feeling bad. Again, it's now Friday night, 7:30, and he has a family. He has a life to go back to, and here he was coming and helping me, and I was just blown away on the generosity and the compassion and caring of everybody at Alliance, that they were able to kind of help me in a situation that I was really vulnerable in, and I was just really feeling at a loss of I didn't know what to do because now I'm stressed because Dan's in the hospital. I am here trying to figure out these things, and they stepped in and they helped and alleviated a large portion of my stress at that time, and I cannot thank Alliance more. Like, I have thanked them so many times, it's unbelievable, but I feel like I cannot thank them enough for just their motto that they go by is do the right thing. But I think it's more than that. Then it's not just do the right thing, but they are going above and beyond, and they are treating us like people, like we're family, like family. Literally like family. That if it was another company, I don't think that they would have just rescheduled the appointment and said, we'll do it another time.
But Alliance went the opposite direction and did what was convenient and helpful and amazing to us.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely inconvenient for them to take two people away from their jobs to come pick up our rig and help us out.
So if you guys are on the fence whether you're going to choose X, Y, or Z brand over Alliance.
Oh, wait. But there's more.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. You forgot.
What?
So after I'm admitted to the hospital, and Julie mentioned she called Connor at 5:30 in the evening.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which, by the way, we're talking to Connor half the time. It sounds like he's in his car driving home.
He's always
like it's after hours.
He's such a
and
great
he's still
guy.
working. So amazing, Connor. Thank you. So again, it's 5:30. She tells Connor what had happened. Julie shows up after the rig is delivered to Alliance back to the hospital.
Oh, well, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And sometime between 5:30 at night and 7 in the morning, the team there got me a get well card. Everyone that was working on our rig, from Bill Martin all the way down to Steven,
everybody.
you know, Curtis's little brother, which I'm sure he hates being called little brother because he's
Don't say that.
his younger brother.
Sorry, Steven.
Yeah. And Jennifer, the whole A team signed my card, and they gave me an Alliance coffee mug. So again, who does that?
Yeah.
And what company provides that kind of just caring and compassion?
It really,
Yeah,
and
it
felt
the whole
loved.
time they're asking about Julie how I was doing, and more concerned about me in the hospital than they were about our home. They're like, "We'll fix your home. That's the easy part. How is Dan doing?" And just it was absolutely amazing to feel that in the hospital bed. Getting a get well card from all these people and a coffee mug. And signed by Bill Martin.
Oh my God. He is so starstruck by Bill Martin. It's ridiculous.
So this video is dedicated to Alliance, to everyone that works there. And the icing on the cake for me was I finally get out of the hospital and go back home. Finally get to sleep in my bed for one night, and then we wake up early the next morning, and where's the first place I want to go?
He wants to go to the Alliance factory to thank everybody that helped out while he was in the hospital.
So I got to personally hug and thank everyone that helped Julie out and that helped me out in that time of need. And got to hang out with Bill Martin and Curtis for a while, which was totally cool. I was in heaven.
He was starstruck.
Actually, Bill Martin's brother walked by. We have the same awesome haircut. So he didn't introduce me to you. That was kind of rude, Bill. But if you're watching, awesome haircut. I dig your style. And then meeting someone or knowing multiple people have family that work in Alliance. I thought it was really cool too. Again, that speaks to that family values.
Also, I want to give a shout out to all of the people on the Facebook Alliance group. You guys were amazing. You were so sweet in giving us all of our comments. And
I tried reaching out and commenting back to each and every one personally.
Right.
If I missed you, I am sorry. I absolutely did not even come close to estimating the amount,
over
the kind of
300
responses. I think it's over 400 now. It's
just
a lot.
Get well, whatever. Hopefully,
people praying for me, sending me good vibes.
There's people out there that were offering to drive to us, take time out of their busy life of themselves to come to us and help us drive the rig if we needed because of Dan's situation, and just the caring and love that we received off the Facebook group. So thank you to everybody on there. Thank you so much, Alliance, for being you and being the great people that you are. You guys do not know how much you helped me. You don't know how much I am so grateful to your guys' ethics that you're carrying through and that you're following through, and you're doing what you say you're going to do. And thank you, everybody on Facebook Alliance group, for supporting us and offering what you have offered. It is amazing. So thank you guys so very much. And please, if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to know more about our experience that we've had, leave a comment. If you're seeing this on Facebook, then you can leave us a message, and I'm more than happy to talk about it or answer any questions that you guys might have about other things that we've had and any other experiences that we had.